Good morning. We have seen the theory part on balancing of reciprocating masses, and today we will solve two problems based upon the theory what we have discussed in the previous class. So now let us see a simple problem first, a problem on reciprocating masses, then we will see one complex problem. So the problem is like this: a single cylinder engine runs at 250 rpm. So the speed is 250 rpm. And has a stroke of 180 mm. So 2r is 180 mm. R is 90 mm. The reciprocating parts has a mass of 120 kg. M reciprocating, and the revolving mass for a cylinder is 70 kg. And at a radius of 90 mm. So it is kept at 90 mm radius. A mass is placed opposite the crank at a radius of 150 mm to balance the whole. So this revolving mass is kept at 90 mm. A mass is placed opposite to the crank at a radius of 150 mm to balance the whole of revolving mass and 2/3 of the reciprocating mass, that is C is equal to 2/3, and it is kept at a radius of 150 mm. So this is the radius for revolving, okay, and whereas the balance mass is kept at a distance of 150 mm. So B is 150 mm. Okay, then determine the magnitude of the balancing mass and the resultant unbalanced residual force when the crank has turned 30 degrees from inner dead center. 30 degrees from inner dead center. Neglect the obliquity of the connecting rod. So he has given the speed is 250 rpm and its stroke is 180 mm. So that is 2r. So the r is 90 mm. Then the reciprocating mass is 120 kg. Revolving mass is 70 kg. We know that the revolving mass is taken at the end of the crank. That is r is 90 mm. So the complete revolving mass is to be balanced and partially the reciprocating mass is to be balanced. That partial amount is 2/3 and it is to be kept the mass at a distance of 150 mm. So for the given data you are supposed to find out what is the mass required to balance the system and what is the resultant unbalanced force left over. Okay, so we know that the mass which is kept at a distance of B is equated to M revolving, okay, plus C times of M reciprocating, okay, into R. So this is M revolving. So M revolving into R, that is the R of the revolving, okay, into C times of M reciprocating into R. So what is this B? How much mass we have to place? We have to find out. Then at what distance it has to be kept at 150 mm. Okay, so this is 0.150. Then what is the mass of the revolving mass? It is 70 kg. And at what radius it is? 90 mm, that is 0.09. Then the reciprocating mass, where it is kept at a same radius of R. Okay, so C 2 by 3. Then mass of the reciprocating, how much it is? 120 into 0.09. So with this, if you calculate, you get the value of B. So the B value you will get here 90 kg. So we know that the mass is kept at a radius of small b. So the product of that mass into the radius is equal to the one which you are balancing. You are balancing complete revolving, that is m revolving into r revolving, okay, plus c m reciprocating r revolving. So I know the b value small b 0.15, so capital B into 0.15, then m revolving is given in the problem 70, and at what radius it is kept at 0.09. Similar, 2 by 3 is the c, then m reciprocating is 120, r revolving is 0.09. If you equate it, this right side for the left side, unknown is b, so b can be calculated, which is 90 kg. Then unbalanced force. Okay, unbalanced force is equal to, we have derived already this equation, m reciprocating r omega square into root over 1 minus c whole square cos square theta plus c square sin square theta. This we derived in the last lecture. So the unbalanced force, m reciprocating r omega square into 1 minus c whole square into cos square theta plus c square sin theta. So what is the m reciprocating? 120. And what is the radius? Revolve that 90 mm, that is 0.09. Then omega 2 pi n by 60, 2 pi n 250 by 60 whole square into 1 minus 2 by 3 whole square. He has given theta is 30 degrees from inner dead center, cos square 30 plus 2 by 3 whole square sin square 30. So by substituting and calculating this, you will get the value of this force is 3264 newtons. You get the force is 3264 newtons. So it is a simple straightforward problem, just reading the given data and substituting the data according to the equations available with us. Another problem, a 2-cylinder uncoupled loco has inside cylinders 0.6 meters apart. The radius of each crank is 300 mm and are at right angles. The revolving mass per cylinder is 250 kg and the reciprocating mass per cylinder is 300 kg. The whole of the revolving and 2/3 of the reciprocating masses are to be balanced, and the balanced mass are placed in the planes of rotation of the driving wheels at a radius of 0.8 meters. The driving wheels are 2 meters in diameter and 1.5 meters apart. If the speed of the engine is 80 kmph, find hammer blow, maximum variation in tractive effort and swaying couple. So this is a locomotives, that is uncoupled locomotives inside cylinder type engine problem. So let us first draw the diagram for the given data. So the cylinders are inside cylinders. So there are two wheels, wheel 1, okay, then wheel 2, wheel 1 and wheel 2. So the inside cylinders are inside, that is cylinder 1, cylinder 2. So wheel 1, wheel 2, cylinder 1 and cylinder 2. So how they are placed? Let us see. Two cylinders have inside cylinders 0.6 meters apart. That means the distance between these two cylinders is 0.6 meters. And the radius of each crank is 300 mm. So he has given the data like R is equal to 300 mm and they are right angles each other. So the cranks are right angles to each other. So if you draw its side view, so if one is like this, the another one is perpendicular to this 90 degrees. Say C1 is here, then C2 crank is at 90 degrees. C2 is at 90 degrees. Then the mass, revolving mass per cylinder is 250 kg. And the reciprocating mass per cylinder is 300 kg. Okay, the whole of the revolving and 2/3 of the reciprocating mass. So C is equal to 2 by 3 are to be balanced, and the balanced mass are placed in the planes of rotation of the driving wheels at a radius of 0.8 meters. That is 0.8 meters. The driving wheels are 2 meters in diameter. So capital D is 2 meter. That means capital R is 1 meter. Okay. And they are 1.5 meters apart. So the distance between the two wheels is 1.5 meters. Okay. So, and the speed is 80 kilometers per hour. 80 kilometers per hour. So you are supposed to find out hammer blow, variation of tractive force as well as swaying couple. So these are the three things you are asked. So you can see there are 4 planes. The plane 1 is wheel, plane 2 is cylinder, plane 3 is another cylinder, and plane 4 is another wheel. Inside cylinder engine, so they are kept at a distance of 0.6 meters inside cylinders, and the wheels are separated with 1.5 meters. The cranks are with a 90 degrees difference. So if one is at 0 degrees, the second one is at 90 degrees. This is at 90 degrees. So the revolving mass is 250 kg, reciprocating mass is 300 kg, reciprocating mass 2/3 to be balanced, and the balanced mass to be kept at 0.8 meters. And the velocity is 80 kmph, and the diameter of the wheel is 2 meters, so radius is 1 meter. So the radius of the crank is given R is equal to 300 mm. So this problem can be solved very easily with the graphical method. So I will adopt graphical method. So I will adopt the graphical method. So for graphical method, what we require is we need a table. The table consists of the mass, radius, then x, then force by omega square, then couple by omega square. So this is MR and this is MRX. So this is in kg, this is in meter, and this is also in meter. So mass kg, radius meter, distance from the reference plane is in meters, F by omega square is MR, and couple by omega square is MRX. So we have 4 planes, plane 1, plane 2, plane 3, plane 4. So here let us take an unknown plane is this is the reference plane, that is the plane 1. So if I call 1, 2, 3, 4 planes, I take this plane as a reference plane. So we know right side of the reference plane is positive, left side is negative. So we don't have left side any planes, only right side. So what is the masses on the plane 1? M1, okay, and plane 2, cylinder 1. So how much we have to balance? Complete revolving, that is 250 plus 2/3 of reciprocating, that is 2/3 into 300. So this, so plane 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is 100, 250 plus 200, 450. Then coming to the third cylinder, also the same, 450. If you write the same, you will get the same. Then coming to the last one, M4. So plane 1, plane 2, plane 3, plane 4. So I have named it is M1 and this is M4. Then radius. So what is the radius he has given? So cylinders are with the radius of 0.3 meters. And the mass has to be kept at what radius? 0.8 meters. So first wheel radius 0.8, the second mass radius 0.3, third mass 0.3, fourth mass 0.8. Then the reference plane, I take this one. So the reference plane to the plane 1, the distance is x. Then if the total is 1.5, this is 0.6, then this becomes 0.45, isn't it? So 0.45, this is also 0.45. Then 0.9 plus 0.6, which gives you 1.5. So the distances are like 0. Reference plane to the second plane is 0.45. Then reference plane to the third plane is 0.45, 0.6, 1.05. Then finally it is 1.5. Then MR, that is 0.8 M1. Then this is 450 into 0.45, and this is not MR, 0.3. R, so 450 into 0.3, and this is also 450 into 0.3, and finally this is 0.8 M4. Then into X, MR into X, this is 0. Then what is 450 into 0.3? So this is 450 into 0.3 is 135. So 135, this is also 135. So 135 into 0.45, and this is a 135 into 1.05, and this is 1.5 into 0.8. So this becomes 1.2 M4, and these values are, this is one is 60.75, 60.75, and this is 141.75. So we got the tabular column for the forces as well as the couples. For the forces as well as the couples. First draw the couple polygon. Draw the couple polygon. So what are the couples? 60.75, 141.75 and 1.2 M4. So for the C1, that is the cylinder 1, this is the C1, this is the C2, this is the wheel 1, and this is the wheel 2 plane. So C1 horizontal 60.75, take some scale and draw this 60.75. So the 60.75 some scale, draw the 60.75. This is as the direction of like this. Then coming to the next one, perpendicular to this C2, which is 141.75. So this is 141.75. This is 141.75. So now the closing side is 1.2 M4. This closing side is 1.2 M4. So you can measure this and you can find out the value, and at the same time you can also measure this angle. So the value you get 1.2 M4 is 154. So you get this is 154 by graphical. So 1.2 M4 is equal to 154. Then M4 is equal to 154 by 1.2. It gives an amount of 128.5 kg. Then we can also find out theta like this. If you take theta, tan theta is equal to 60.75 by 141.75. Then theta is equal to tan inverse 60.75 by 141.75. So if you calculate, of course you can also get the value graphical. You can also calculate this value. So if you calculate this value theta, you get 23.2 degrees. This is 23.2 degrees. So if you look at this, this is the angle 23.2. So what is this angle actually? Here if you incorporate this, this will become in this direction. Okay, this angle is 23.2 degrees. Then what will be this angle? This is the second fourth mass. Then this is the angle we require with reference to the cylinder 1. So with reference to the cylinder 1, if you write this is 270. This angle will be 270 minus 23.2. So that gives 246.8 degrees. So this angle is 246.8 degrees. So from the couple polygon you get the mass 2 and you get the angle, that is the mass 4, and you get the angle 23.2 is here. 270 minus 23.2, which gives you 246.8 degrees. Then after this we can draw the force polygon to get the direction and the mass of the first mass. So let us see the force polygon. First one 135, is it 135 like this? So 135, say this is 135 for this force. Then the second one, once again 135, 90 degrees. This is another one, 135. The third one, which is 0.8 M4, that is 0.8 into M4 is equal to how much we got? M4 128.75. So the direction is like this. In this direction, the direction is like this. This is 0.8 into 128.75. Then the closing side will become this 0.8 m1. So the closing side is this. The closing side is like this, which is 0.8 m1. The closing side is 0.8 m1. So if you draw this sketch and get the value of this, then you get m1 as well as this value of angle. This angle also you get by measuring this. So this angle as well as m1 you get. So you get m1 as well as the theta 1. So get the value of m1 and theta 1 from the geometrical construction. So how much you get this m1 and theta 1? m1 as it is you get like m4, and theta 1 you get the value by constructing your accuracy, you get the value of theta 1. So m1 and theta 1 you calculate. Then we know V is equal to R omega. Okay, R omega is equal to V by R. So what is the velocity? 80 kmph. That means 80 into, this is 5 by 18, which gives, this is 22.2 meters per second. It is converted into meters per second. So omega is equal to V by R, that is 22.2 by R, radius of the wheel 1 meter. So this gives 22.2 radians per second. Radians per second. So I got the omega. Okay, this one. I got the mass, how much I have to place at 1 and mass at 4, and I got theta 1 and theta 4. Then my objective is to find out the three components. One is hammer blow, and the second one is variation of tractive force or variation of tractive force, and third one is swaying couple. These are the three bits you have to solve further. So for this, first I have to find out what is the mass required to take care about only for the reciprocating mass. Okay, so balancing mass per reciprocating mass. So to balance only reciprocating mass, okay, so what is the mass I required? Then this can be evaluated C times of M reciprocating by M revolving plus C times of M reciprocating into the actual mass, how much you are going to get, that is 128. So what is C? C is given in the problem 2/3. Then what is M reciprocating? M reciprocating is given 300. Then M revolving is given 250. Okay, plus 2/3 300 into 128.5. So with this calculation you get the mass required 57.11 kg. 57.11 kg, which will take care about only reciprocating mass balancing, because the effects of hammer blow, variation of tractive force or swaying couple are due to reciprocating masses. So we have to find out what is the mass required to take care about reciprocating mass. That is C into M times of reciprocating by M revolving plus C times of M reciprocating into total mass. This is the partial amount and this is the full amount which we are balancing, and this is the component which we are taking care about the entire both reciprocating and revolving. So with that, first we get what is the mass that required to take care only for reciprocating mass, only for reciprocating mass. So once we get, then we can get the value of hammer blow, variation of attractive force and swaying couple. Simply the equations which are available with us, simple substitution, we get the solution. So the three values which we have to find out, one is hammer blow, the second one is variation of reactive effort, and third one is swaying couple. Swaying couple. We have already derived the equations for these three components, that is hammer blow, okay, as well as the variation of reactive effort and swaying couple. Simply apply those formula. Hammer blow is given by B omega square B. So what is capital B? Capital B is nothing but the mass required to balance only for the reciprocating masses. So for that, just now we have calculated that B is 57.11. Just now we have calculated. Then omega you have already calculated, which is 22.22. At what radius we have to keep the mass? That is given 0.8. So simply by substituting it, you get hammer blow is equal to 22516 newtons. Then the second one is variation of tractive force or tractive effort. Variation of tractive effort is given by the equation, that is root 2 into 1 minus C into M reciprocating into R omega square. So he has given C 2 by 3, and what is the M reciprocating in the problem? M reciprocating is 300 kg and R radius of the crank 0.3 and omega is 22.22 whole square. So substitute this, you get the variation of tractive force is 20906 newtons. And the final one is swaying couple. So swaying couple is given by the equation 1 minus C M reciprocating R omega square. So simply substitute and get the value of swaying couple. Okay, swaying couple is 6273 Newton meter. So this is force in Newton and this is also force in Newton and this is the couple in Newton meter. So here this B is the hammer blow evaluation. The value of B is the mass required to balance only reciprocating parts, that is this B. So just now before this slide I have calculated the value of B and that I have substituted here with the remaining data. At what distance you have to place your mass is B 0.8. We get hammer blow and direct substitution these two variation of drag to effort and swaying couple is going to be obtained. Okay, so here your job is first calculating the masses and then with that mass finding the reciprocating mass requirement and then substituting in a simple equations. Thank you.